Hey guys, Mitch here with Super Platinum Achievement, and we got another Ubisoft forward. This one wasn't as long as the last one. They did tell us they were going to do these throughout the rest of the year, and once again they told us during this one that there is going to be another one in the upcoming months. Whether that be before the year end or start of the next year, we don't know. They just said in the upcoming months. I'm going to highlight some of my favorite things here and give you our thoughts. So the first one is a game called Immortals, Phoenix Rising. And this is a game we've seen before. Now, if you're wondering, I haven't heard of that, it's because they changed the name. They gave it to us back on, I believe it was E3 of last year. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, bash away. But it used to be called Gods and Monsters, and they changed the name to Immortals Phoenix Rising. Now, this is an open world action-adventure style game with a fast-paced, over-the-top combat model. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. They're going to add some humor in there. The story starts out where you meet Hermes on the Greek Isle, the Golden Isle, and he basically tasks you with saving the isle from Typhon. So the entire story is narrated by Zeus and Prometheus, which is supposed to be pretty funny, and you're going to have some banter back and forth. We didn't get to hear any of that, but I am, curious and excited to see what kind of banter they have. Now, this is a customizable character as well. Your character, Phoenix, can be whoever you want her or him to be. They showed off the main character being a girl, which they did during the first original reveal as well. But according to this, you can customize it to be whoever you want, which is pretty cool for the people that like to customize characters. Now, this is coming out on all the platforms. Yes, that does include Nintendo Switch. That also includes Google Stadia. Stadia is actually getting some special treatment as well. They are getting an early release free demo of the game. Now, this isn't the full game. Apparently it's a special demo that's separate from the game itself for Stadia people to try out. So if you're one of those 7 people that have a Stadia, look forward to that. So yeah, that's an exciting game. That comes out December 3rd of this year. I'm definitely going to be picking this one up. It looks like a lot of fun. I'm excited for it. The next one was one that actually leaked a little while ago, and that is a Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake. Not a remaster, not a port, a remake from the ground up. They're keeping the story the same, and they're trying to hold true to the original game, because the original game was such a great game. As they put it, it's a masterpiece. I don't, call it a masterpiece, but it is a great game. The version they showed off was an alpha version. They did say that. So it may not look that great right now. Hopefully they're going to improve upon that, because it doesn't come out until January of next year. So they've got some time to improve on it and make it really look like a next-gen game. But yeah, there's not much else to say about this. It's a Prince of Persia remake. It's coming to all of the major platforms, not Nintendo Switch as of yet. I don't see why the Switch couldn't run this game, especially from what we saw, but we'll see. They may announce it for the Switch later, but as of now, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and Google Stadia. And then the next game they showed us was, once again, Rainbow Six Siege. Now, they continued to reiterate, like they did in the last forward, that this is going to be a game they are going to be continually dedicated to. And they talked about the upgrade to the next generation of consoles. They said, hey, we are going to continue to support this game. It's going to be an upgrade to the next gen with performance. We're going to perform at 4K and 120 frames per second by the end of this year. That's pretty cool. It's a game that you put a lot of time and money into. They're going to keep supporting it. If you love the game, awesome. It's going to keep coming. I don't see why. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They are adding a new character, Sam Fisher, from the Splinter Cell series. So that's going to be pretty cool to you Tom Clancy fans out there. You get a new character that's also a familiar character. The next game they showed us was a little bit of a niche category here, but that's Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Now, this was a game that came out 10 years ago, and now they're bringing it back as a definitive or a deluxe edition. I forget what they called it. It'll be here down the bottom. And yeah, that's, not much to say there. It's a really fun game. It's a platformer, side scroller, not a platformer, just a side scroller. And it does come out on all platforms, including the Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation. And the next game they talked about is a game they've been talking about for a while now, and they really want us to buy this game because they are really drilling it in there, and that is Watch Dogs Legion. Now, that once again, they just kind of showed us the same thing. Hey, you can recruit anybody. In case you forgot that we already showed you, you can recruit anybody in London. And then they had this weird little music thing. I don't know why. The only thing to me that was worthwhile in their little Watch Dogs presentation was that Aiden Pierce is coming back from the first Watch Dogs, which in my opinion, not a great game. But if you like the game and there's some nostalgia there with that character, that's pretty cool. They're bringing him in to kind of, bring these games together so that they show that, it is a common world. Yeah, he is going to be in the game, and the game does launch this year, October 29th. And then the final game they gave us is a new IP. It's an extreme sports game called Riders Republic. Now this game, like I said, extreme sports, and it's an MMO. So what they did with this game is they combined 7 national parks from the United States and put them into this big giant open world map where you can just have fun, BMX, ski, snowboard, do the, I don't even remember what it's called, the gliding, the gliding suits, basically all the extreme sports you can imagine. So that's pretty cool. It's a really different type of game that we haven't seen before, where it's an open world MMO extreme sports game. So it's really interesting to see how this game will take off and to see if it will take off and get a good following. They didn't say if it's going to be a free-to-play or if it's going to be a pay-to-play, but they did give us a release date of February 25th of next year. So that's a summary of the latest Ubisoft Forward. Now, we didn't cover everything that they talked about. I just wanted to give a quick recap and summary of some of the things that stood out to us. Now, remember, if you like these kinds of videos, event summaries, gameplay, reviews, anything like that, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. If you like this video, give us a big thumbs up. Make sure to check out our other content, and we hope to see you again here on Super Platinum Achievement.